This week on Zen and Not Zen.
Those movies stress me out.
Falling down is so good.
After bad
And you could like the foreshadowing is so bad. Like you'll see him walk by some people, and it's like they're not gonna leave him alone.
Yeah, right.
Michael Douglas's bad day has just gotten worse. It's like these guys should have left him alone. Just leave Michael alone.
Yeah.
You should see that movie. That's a fucking great movie.
I'm like jonesing for new movies.
Oh, Falling Down is epic.
Zen.
Fuck you.
And not Zen.
And I think I was right. He's a sociopath.
Yeah, that's that fucking. Your shirt's that serial killer chick. Oh my god, the chick from Monster.
Yeah, Eileen Wuornos.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I wasn't able to just rattle that name off.
No.
It's like
there's
women in true crime.
There's not a meme. There was a shirt that I saw that said "Good for her," and it had like Eileen Wuornos and like Lorraine I don't know, like a couple other women that were like. It's funny when women do stuff like that. Mandy and I talk about it all the time. Like, obviously it's horrible, but just a tiny part of us is like, good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and even
feminism.
Even some guys, I'm just like, you know,
good for you.
I can't blame them.
Yep.
Can't blame you. That's some dickish type shit to do. I mean, I never wanted like.
You've seen the movie Monster,
dismember,
right?
Monster just broke my heart.
Remember that just half-hearted hand job she gave that guy when she realized like he wasn't like a she's like about to kill him. It's like he's like I can't. He's just a guy who's lonely.
Easy.
It's too easy. She gave him just the most half-hearted
low-hanging fruit. I just can't. All right.
It's so funny,
dude. But speaking of Monster, Christina Ricci in that movie just perfection. But I haven't seen her in anything since, except now she's on a show called Yellow Jackets, which is
I've heard about that
new favorite TV show of all time.
Good to know.
And it's got Juliette Lewis, Christina Ricci, Melanie Linsky, and it's like my 90s baby gay brain like exploded. Because Melanie Linsky
narrated by
Hidden
Parker Posey.
Creatures. No, my God. Is it not Hidden Creatures? What the Hidden... I almost said Hidden Figures, and it's not it. What the fuck is that movie? Her and Kate Winslet are in it, and they're like...
Titanic.
It's a true story about two New Zealand girls that killed
Kate
their
Winslet
mom.
was in Titanic, right?
What the fuck is that?
Jack,
I never saw
I'm
it.
flying.
Actually.
You never saw Titanic?
Never seen Titanic.
No way.
No. And at this point in time, I'm like staking claim. Like I'm not going to see that movie.
Here's the thing.
I've seen that shit.
Mandy had not seen that movie either, and I made the mistake of sitting down and making her watch it.
Is it bad?
She did not speak to me for 2 hours afterwards.
Well, it's a
like
fucking
she
long
doesn't
movie.
want. Well, no, it was the emotions it gave her. She doesn't like to watch sad movies or feel emotions or whatever.
Was that movie sad?
And it, Robin.
I mean,
it makes me cry every time.
Yeah, Titanic.
Every
What
time.
happened?
I have never seen it, but I know the story.
Even if you don't care about Jack and Rose, the fucking quartet, didn't shed a tear when they were playing their last thing as the water.
Dude, I mean, now I watch like a ketchup commercial
makes me
and
tear
cry
thinking
and shit.
about
That's
it.
just me.
That's fair.
Like,
Fair, yeah.
I mean, that would probably fuck my shit up now. Oh yeah, no, and they actually that was actually all true and shit. Just
yes, killed me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Do you know that the Titanic's disappearing? Like it's actually not going to exist in like another 30 years or something like that. Oh. Scientists are saying that it's eroding away.
Oh really?
Like and it's so delicate now that. What are we going to do when the Titanic's gone?
Oh. Didn't they do a recreation of the Titanic and they were going to like send it out the voyage?
It's not the same.
Oh,
it's
like kind of like some rich fucking like Tennessee's like building another ark.
They're so tiny in comparison. They're like a life raft on a real cruise ship now. There's like a size chart, and what cruise ships are today, the Titanic's like down here.
Oh yeah,
I can only imagine. Yeah.
So like I'm sure a millionaire could build a Titanic.
That was a Billy Zane joint. Billy Zane was in that.
Billy Zane, yes.
Fucking Billy Zane.
I'd rather be his street hole than your wife.
Billy Zane was also in fucking Back to the Future. He's one of the fucking Biff's henchmen.
Oh my god, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Billy Zane.
He was the
man
Phantom.
that did not get enough credit.
Oh, no, I mean, he was universal. I can't believe you... Back to Titanic. I can't believe you haven't seen Titanic. Well, I mean, that's like... That's a dub VHS, bro. If we watch it, we gotta watch it on VHS.
My thing is I made Mandy watch it, thinking it would be a good thing. After all these years, she also held out.
Yeah.
And she regretted it.
That's
so
a
if
James
you're not,
Cameron,
like,
right?
wanting
That's
to...
James Cameron.
Don't do it. It's hard. All you need to know is it's great. Everyone's great in it.
Yeah, totally. And that's it. It's like...
Save yourself. Save yourself.
Yeah, it's a movie that I have no doubt it'll be a good movie. It'll be well produced, well put together, well acted. But
I mean,
I
it's
know the
groundbreaking,
story.
but yeah.
I've heard everybody talk about it.
You
It's
make
just
it
it's one of those
sound-
things like I don't really care.
I have
really
an
care.
emotional connection to that.
You
movie.
make it
see, that's
sound
great.
like it's like Goodwill Hunting sad or like Leaving Las Vegas sad.
It is.
See, I
Las
pick
Vegas is-
suffering on a
It is.
micro level, not on a macro.
Like weird, sad man.
No,
It's a weird sad. I mean, we all
I
grew-
think I've
Yeah,
seen
dark
Goodwill Hunting
sad.
twice, maybe, and
Yeah.
it was
I
I do
mostly for
appreciate
Minnie
that
Driver.
movie. That's a great one.
Yeah, Minnie Driver was good in that.
Yeah, Minnie
is-
Driver's great.
Maybe I should
She's
sit down and revisit it.
fantastic.
Or
yeah.
Leaving Las Vegas. That's another upbeat one. You'll feel really good about yourself.
Yeah, Nick
Especially-
Cage.
I watched
As a recovering
Misery
alcoholic.
recently.
Oh,
That was a good
yeah,
revisit.
wow.
Kathy Bates is.
I haven't seen that in a
perfection.
while.
I was talking to a regular at work. He was
her and the
recommending
Hammer.
I watch.
Ugh.
He was recommending I watch Deliverance, and I haven't gotten around to seeing that.
Oh,
I'm just not really chomping at the bit to watch a dramatized version of Ned Betty getting raped in the ass. Like it's just like I'm sorry, I'm not. It's
Squealing
not,
like a pig.
It's
Yeah.
not really on my list of things I want to see.
It wasn't a memorable experience for me. I've seen it, but other than the obvious like parts where I'm making school like pig and things like that, I remember zero about it.
Yeah, see, like
And I don't
know,
like John Voight anymore. I think he's just not a good guy, so I
John
don't want to
Voight.
even revisit
John
anything he's in.
Voight.
driving around in John Voight's car.
Driving
Driving around.
Voight's car. That's the only way I want to remember him is from Seinfeld in his fucking car.
Driving around in John Voight's car. Hey, do you think that's John Voight's pencil?
Driving around in John Voight's car.
He spells it differently.
Yeah, he-
John.
Oh my god.
That car used to be owned by John Voight. He's like, oh, John Voight, huh?
A little bit of me will always belong to Seinfeld. It was
I
just
just- I
constantly
love
on
it
in
so
the
much.
background of
Driving
my
around.
youth.
Definitely.
in
I can't
John
imagine my
Voight's
life
car.
without it.
Yep.
These fucking references.
Of like all the people, of all the celebrities to own their car and be John Voight. He's like the bad guy on the first Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, here's the thing too. I guess with that,
deep
like,
John Voight grab. I had to go deep on
that
that.
That's a good one.
was-
That's a good
You're
one.
on a roll, my friend.
so I tried to introduce Monica to Seinfeld. She never watched it.
I feel like
growing
we don't
up.
have the nostalgia. You can't. pick it
Exactly.
up now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She
as
tried.
me looking at it now, it doesn't hold up well. A lot of them don't hold up well.
Yep.
And if I did not have that thing
Nostalgic to it, totally.
It doesn't hit the same. So
So very
maybe it's
similar with like Titanic. Like I didn't watch it when the hype was there.
Yeah.
I've heard so many people talk about it, cry about it, laugh about it. The fucking scenes with the drawing, the band
Yeah.
scenes, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I pretty much have
you
seen
basically have seen
I
it.
pretty much have seen
Right.
it. I just don't want to dedicate my time to that.
It
And now my
takes a lot of
stubbornness really just
energy.
digs in, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to.
No, you
I
just
just don't
shouldn't.
wanna.
You should live the life you want to live.
Non-Titanic.
Yeah, your emotions, your choice.
Yeah.
It does. It really takes an emotional toll on me. Every time I watch it, I feel exhausted.
I think
afterwards.
I think I might need to rewatch this and we'll do a follow up because not that I'm cold hearted.
Here's the thing. It was like my gay awakening. Like I think Kate Winslet might have been my first crush ever because it was like
Ah,
'98,
beautiful.
a lot of
and I just like I just wanted to
got your
be
favorite
Rose, but
pillow.
also just I wanted to be Jack in that movie.
Oh, I watched that movie Booksmart.
Good
Oh, that's a
movie.
good one.
Oh,
Good
that
movie.
shit was fucking fun.
Beanie
Yeah.
Feldstein, man.
Coming of age female high
That is
school movie.
Such
Very
a smart
funny.
movie.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah. Our old roommate Jessica recommended that
Yeah.
to me, and that dude.
I laughed my ass off.
It made me excited for movies again.
It
like I was
did.
like, it was an original one that wasn't like there's a lot of books lately, a lot of remakes.
Mhm.
So to have like original content and have it just be, I can't find fault in that movie.
Yeah.
It's
and
hilarious.
Will Ferrell was one of the writers or directors in that one.
And
right?
Adam McKay, they always got their
Adam
hands in
McKay,
good stuff.
yeah.
Succession, I also like that one, but that's not as feel good.
I haven't seen that one yet.
You should. It's
Yeah.
a little triggering. It's a little on the nose
Okay.
because it's basically like an elevated Trump family situation.
Okay.
Rich family, so it's like triggering. So it's too much real world sometimes. But there is one character on there, cousin Greg, who is so funny,
Yeah.
and Kieran McCulkin.
Love him.
That's his name, right?
Yeah, Kieran. Yeah.
Fuller.
Culkin, not
Culkin.
McCulkin. I was like, I know
Macaulay
that's not right.
Culkin. Yeah,
Macaulay.
right. Yeah.
I
We're
was
used
like,
to
there's
that
a
Mick
Mick in
before
there
Culkin usually.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin
Yeah.
is so
Fuller,
funny in that
go
too.
Easy on
Yeah.
the Pepsi. He was actually Kieran Culkin was good in
Go
that.
easy on the Pepsi.
He was in that Waco miniseries.
That was good. That was good.
That one.
They did not paint the government as the best picture in that movie.
No, and I mean, modern historiography never really even backed that. Well, I mean, my super right-wing late grandfather would always be like, "Oh," and I was like 10, going, "Okay." Like even at 10, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
But you know.
Dude, I was in Texas when that happened. So when all that was going down,
I forgot it was like 3
when
months,
Waco was going down, right?
Yeah.
And so that was like what I was in. Let's see, what was that? Early '90s. So it was probably like in middle school.
93 probably.
Yeah, so middle school or junior high maybe. But that was the time when like teachers would wheel the cart of the TV into the classroom and like
AV day.
and move the projector.
Totally. And we watched almost every single day of that shit. Like in some class, we would watch part of that because it was like not that far away. It was like 4 or 5 hours away, but it wasn't
It was
that far
like
away.
year 9/11. That's what we did on 9/11.
It was interesting. Yeah, that thing went on for fucking ever, man.
Yeah,
and then as soon as it all blew up, it was like dude,
that was my one takeaway. Was I remember when all that was going on. Admittedly, I was pretty young, but like
human.
I forgot like about it was going on for like 80 days or something.
Yeah, it was
shit.
a
I was
grip,
like,
man.
holy fuck, that was on the news every day.
Yep.
It's amazing. Like this is shortly, some of my earliest like kind of childhood memories as far as like notable things was I remember when the Berlin Wall was all over the news and that was like 90.
Oh yeah, totally.
But also the war in Persian Gulf. I mean, I'm like 6, but this is also like when you can actually kind of remember shit. I mean, I'm sure there's probably, some fucking child psychologist like, oh, you make your first memories at 3.5, and I'm sure fucking Peppa the Pig or whatever 80s equivalent, I probably have that somewhere too. But as far as like
what is your 80s Peppa Pig equivalent?
Fuck, I don't know.
I grew up with Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street.
Shit
like that.
I didn't, I mean...
And then not far, probably first, second grade, Seinfeld. Like, that was, like, this... My parents are like, you're old enough now. And so that was, like, there was, like, nothing in between. Like, I went straight from, like, Hey Dude on Nickelodeon, just straight to Seinfeld.
Yeah, they filmed that in Arizona. Did you ever do a pilgrimage?
Oh, yeah. Old Tucson? Yeah. They filmed Tombstone there.
That's
like the one claim to fame that we have.
I can't tell if she's serious or not.
I am serious.
I would have totally gone out there and been like, dude, that's the fucking where Mr. Ernst hung out.
We did. My sister and I,
that's a beautiful thing.
We wanted to be, what was her name?
Kelly.
Ben Stiller's wife.
Kelly.
Christine, what's her face? Yeah,
Christine
Kelly.
McDonald, whatever, the blonde one.
Yeah, so my sister pretended to be her, and then I was the brunette one.
And
we would like go out to the ranch.
Of course, you were kind of more of the...
And we were horse girls on top of it.
Oh, you were horse girl.
So, and like, it spoke to us. Yeah, that show was...
Fucking hey, dude. That was more back... That's more cable living.
Yeah,
they
didn't have cable.
Oh, yeah, no. That was my baby. That was like my other sibling. TV was my other sibling.
Oh, so you were like fucking Jim Carrey and Cable Guy.
Oh, yeah. 1,000%. Still am.
That movie,
still am a little bit.
That movie has actually stood the test of time.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
Cable Guy with Matthew Broderick. Oh,
yeah,
it's fucking good. It's so good.
It holds up. Really
I remember
does.
he like Jim Carrey.
It kind of gets better as it
like
ages.
when it came out, I remember like expecting kind of Ace Ventura, and it obviously is like a
darker,
fucking weird
sure.
movie.
Really dark, yeah.
But it's actually pretty fucking funny too.
Well, that's when he could prove to the world that he could do. Complex.
His range.
Yeah,
and this is like 10 years before he did Eternal Sunshine.
This was
That's
the spark.
a great movie.
I need to rewatch that one. So I've only seen that once.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I think I've only put myself through it a couple of times.
Is it a toughie?
That's an emotional roller coaster.
It sucks it out of me like Titanic. The same feeling you have at the end of Spotless Mind, that's how I feel at Titanic, but double it.
Damn.
So it's like probably the same reason why I don't like watching fucking Clint Eastwood movies anymore, because it's just like, dude, I just can't.
Yeah.
Can't just like.
I have not touched a Clint Eastwood film, and I can say at least 15 years.
Now is that because of the feminist mystique, or just you don't like?
No, I can't think of a Clint. Like I know all of the ones that come out. It's just like I just can't.
Well, it's like because he kind of went off the deep end, like during like.
He went a little like get off my lawn.
Yeah, he had like
old guy, which he actually did in one of his movies that I didn't
Gran
see.
Torino.
Thank you.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, get off my lawn. Like it's just like we get it.
But he like did something at the Republican National Convention. Like this was like when I think Obama was running for his second term. He like interviewed like an empty chair. And it was like really fucking like okay.
That's right.
Do you remember this shit?
Yes.
Yeah, he lost some quote fans there, but he lost my kind of fandom when it's just like every movie makes you feel like an absolute piece of shit. And some of these movies are like okay,
it's just not my
Mystic
vibe.
River's about like fucking kids getting diddled and murdered and shit. So that's not gonna be.
Saw that one once and I was done.
Yeah, but that's watching Sean Penn like get held back by cops. You know, it's like you don't need to. Like, he does a great job. Everyone does a great job.
I think a great film means I can only go through it once. Because it's so real and like I can't. If it gets me to that place, that means it's a good movie.
So I kind of go the other way.
The less I watch it, the less I can watch it.
I kind of go the other way on that because my answer, like, would I watch the movie again? And if the answer is no, or there's some hesitation, then I think it's a bad movie.
Have you ever oh my god, the one that recently is in the Eyes of Tammy Faye. I saw it in the Eyes of Tammy Faye, and I loved it so much, and it touched something inside of me that I don't know. Like, I have to prepare to watch it again.
Yeah.
It was, like, so good, but, like, I'll never be like, oh, I'll just throw this on real quick. Like,
right,
as I'm getting
background
ready.
Music.
Like, yeah, and I have, like, favorite movies like that I'll just, like, throw on as, like, background noise that I couldn't live without.
A very
but
Brady
then
sequel.
Literally, dude, are you kidding me? I was thinking about that on the drive over here.
The very Brady sequel?
Because I literally just watched.
Matheson.
Yes, I'm in the middle. Like Jan and the actress that plays Jan in that.
Does great in
she
that.
is a comedic genius. But no joke.
She gets like the afro.
Just
and
watched
shit.
it.
Yeah, that's a good
With
one.
the horse and the going to the island and
Tim
Matheson.
And Tim Matheson. I mean, you had me at Tim
I
Matheson.
can't tell you, as I was thinking about stuff to talk about on the way over, I thought about that, and the fact that you pulled that out of nowhere proves that this room of sound bowls works. These rocks on this table, they do something.
We're doing it
It's
up,
definitely
because we did it last time.
The malachite.
It's
the
not
malachite.
there is malachite in here. There is malachite.
Definitely.
See,
not just woo-woo,
you're
man.
Zen, you're not Zen, and I'm right in the middle.
Yeah.
So
I'm in the middle. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
dude.
RuPaul's in it. Oh my god. Jane.
Lynch?
Nope.
It was fantastic.
Oh my god. I can't
We're
think.
still talking about a very Brady
Yes,
sequel.
the neighbors.
Oh yeah.
wife.
So nice of you to wake up in the middle of your hangover.
Yes.
She's fucking awesome. I don't
What
really...
the fuck?
Yeah.
She's got a new show. She was just on HBO. I am so high I cannot.
She was gonna try the underlying.
Look her up right now because
she was
my
like
brain
gonna
is
bang
explode.
that. She was
I'm
gonna bang like the middle kid, which Peter was he the middle one?
Boys, come in and make me a sandwich.
Oh
And
yeah,
she's like
she was
standing
like
in the middle of them.
hammered and stuff.
Why?
Oh. It's been a while since I've seen the Bradys.
We can't talk about anything else until I find out. I know this is in my brain.
It's in
It's
there
on
somewhere.
Hacks.
That was no way. That was Zsa Zsa Gabor. Was
No.
it?
No.
Zsa Zsa Gabor's in it.
She is in it with.
Barbara Eden.
No, oh my god.
Yeah, dude, it was Barbara Eden.
It was not. No. Look up Hacks.
Hacks.
Hacks on Showtime. Or HBO, sorry.
H-A...
CKERS. This is...
I can't type.
Humiliated right now that I can't think of this. Her name is right on the tip of my tongue. And I know her.
Like you know.
It's like a...
Like you know Padma Lakshmi.
Yes! I can't believe it.
Jean Smart.
Jean Smart! Oh my god.
Jean Smart.
You know what?
Let me see
I
a picture
deserve
of
to
her.
be tarred and feathered for that. Jean Smart.
So she was only in the very Brady Bunch movie. She was not in the sequel.
She wasn't.
So that's
So Barbara Eden might have been in the
born and
sequel.
raised in Seattle, Washington.
Stop!
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw
There
a
you
chair
go.
right now.
Went to Ballard High School, class of
Jean
69.
Smart, I'm so sorry. I said Jane, and you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love Jean Smart. She was also in the Homeward Bound movies. She was the ranch lady that they took the dogs to.
I never
originally.
saw Homeward Bound movies.
Oh, then don't.
I've seen those.
Then don't.
Oh wait, yeah,
dogs.
the dogs,
Yeah,
the
the
dogs.
dogs,
yeah.
Fucking the
Shadow.
VHS with the green spine with the
Yes.
yellow print.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And then in the
Yeah.
sequel, they go to Lost in San Francisco.
God.
They get
So,
lost again.
so yeah, we were gonna talk about Christmas. We were just talking about movies. Fuck it.
Okay, yeah.
So,
That's not a Christmas
yeah,
movie.
yeah, fuck it. We
I
can
thought we were
talk
talking about music.
about- Oh, is that
Yeah,
what
let's
we're
do
gonna
music now. So we'll do music break. We'll come back to the knock.
No, I want to talk about dog movies now.
Go ahead.
Fucking okay.
We haven't
so-
even made it to music yet.
Yeah, I
so go
know.
ahead,
So
do you.
Air Bud, like the golden retriever
Yeah,
that could play
Air Bud, yeah.
basketball.
Yeah.
Like that was an actual dog that could like shoot basketballs. Okay.
Yeah, there was some
Well,
skill in there.
Well, I mean,
It could bounce a ball and then they could edit it to make it look like he shot. But I think he did make a couple.
Wait,
wouldn't-
what? this whole time.
I don't think he learned how to play basketball.
Okay.
He obviously didn't know how.
No,
to
the
foul.
original. I might need to double check. Might need to double check my bullshit. But my understanding
play
was
football.
the original Air Bud was like an actual dog that could probably play some form of basketball with its nose.
Had some kind of talent.
Okay.
Yeah.
They made like so many fucking sequels. They made one where he's a fucking baseball player. Like the dog can't hold a bat. Like the dog can't hold a bat.
Like can he catch though? Maybe he's an outfielder.
Yeah.
He can jump.
I never
really
saw
high.
it. I never saw it.
My guess is
And then
he
there's
is
the
not a
football one.
pitcher.
Golden receiver
He's
is the
not a batter.
Golden
My guess is
receiver.
he's an outfielder.
that's the football one is golden Air
Golden
Bud
receiver.
Air
Yeah.
Bud
Of course, of course it is.
See, I could believe football.
Yeah, you
But
probably
also,
could.
like, that movie always made me nervous because, like, they can't tackle him.
Would you
They'll
fucking
be
cry
rude.
during
Oh.
Air Bud?
I cried with the pudding cups all the time.
I
Pudding
fucking
cups.
don't even
pudding, like thinking about a dog only having pudding cups to eat, like it made me cry as a kid.
It sounds like a
was
9-year-old's wet
He
dream.
had like a little limp.
Dude, we watched Beethoven recently.
Oh
And
god.
Charles
there's-
Grodin.
Great movie.
Holds up.
It's still
I like
still
the
good.
second one better. The second one's I think better.
It's been a while since I've seen the second one. We watched the first one with the
Stanley
kids.
Tucci's in the first one.
Yeah, totally.
Look
Is
at
Tucci-
that
is
range.
Tucci-
Talk
Uh-huh,
about
uh-huh.
range.
Is he the mean doctor in the first one?
No, he's like the mean transporter of the dogs to the doctor.
Yep.
Stanley Tucci.
He's like the henchman.
Stan-
The shorter one.
Did you ever see Jury Duty with Pauly Shore?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that Stanley Tucci? Wasn't he the bad guy in that?
He has been in everything.
I think he
sneaks
might have
in
Yeah,
there.
been. Yeah, I
Stanley
think he was,
Tucci.
yeah.
It does a great job in a Pauly
Yeah.
Shore movie.
Now, Mon and I
Does a great
recently
job in a
did
great-
a
Don't tell me a
Pauly
person
Shore
can't
run.
evolve, because that man.
Tucci. He
Look
always
at
comes
where he
across
is
to me like he's
now.
an asshole.
Steve Buscemi is also one that can just
Oh.
like keep evolving.
Volunteer
Yeah.
firefighter.
Oh, good for him.
Is he?
Yeah.
He
Good for him.
would be.
Yeah, you find out all these endearing things about like what he did during 9/11 and whatnot. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know the cast of The Lord of the Rings saw 9/11 happen from a plane?
Who did?
The cast of the original Lord of the Rings.
Really?
I learned that on
Wow.
TikTok.
What a
They were
strange
taking
fact.
they were like one of the last flights to take off out of the airport in New York City, and they apparently saw the whole thing. I don't know if that's true. That's just what TikTok told me, but
So I was reading something on Reddit that was like life hacks about the countries, like social norms, and it like went to the one on New Zealand is take rugby seriously. Been there, yeah, they do.
Oh yeah.
Don't make fun of Lord of the Rings. I'm like, they don't. I mean, they really. I mean,
I don't see them having pride with
exactly. I'm like, don't fucking make it sound like oh, you're talking shit about Elvis. Okay, like they're very aware that people go down there to go there and look at a fucking Hobbit home, but it's like nobody was like, hey, that's.
I can't wait to be able to go visit a Hobbit home.
that. I know. I would love to
I
do
didn't.
that.
I
They
didn't do
look
that.
just
I didn't do any of that.
wonderful.
When I talked to these Shire people like Kinsey over here, she
I would
fucking gets all
love
pissed.
to live in the Shire, just as a vacation home. Just as a vacation home.
Dude, yeah, they have. There are Airbnb
I've seen
around
them.
here. Yeah, not here,
Especially,
but around there.
well, in the Pacific Northwest, I feel like.
Yeah,
In a reasonable distance for me to be, but I want to go to like the official one
go to New Zealand
for sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have
I
you
even,
heard
I even went to that airport, like the airport that's kind of nondescript that like you go there to go do that, and I took a bus from there to go somewhere else. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're here for Lord of the Rings." I'm like,
counts.
"No, I'm not." Well, actually, at the airport, they had like literally like a museum quality, like a corner of the airport just looked like fucking, Gandalf's crib or some shit. There was like,
shit.
yeah, no, it was pretty cool actually.
You guys should go as Legolas and Gimli next Halloween.
Who the fuck is Legolas?
He's the elf.
Oh,
he
the
could be
elf.
the elf. You
Oh,
can be Gimli.
the axe.
Yeah. No,
No,
Gimli's
that's
the one
a-
with the axe, the redhead with the axe. You can be.
And then
Gimli.
who's Legolas?
He's
He's
the
the
bow and arrow guy.
Orlando Bloom,
Oh,
like
fucking
ethereal.
Bloom.
Yeah.
But he's
Is he
like,
gotta be
I'm
Bloom?
all like shimmery
yeah,
and shit.
yeah,
you
he's all
know?
shimmery and stuff. And
I got
he's
the
like,
hair, long
he's
hair,
like
and
in touch with his
shimmers and
spiritual
stuff.
side
Yeah,
and like
man.
the
I want to be
elements
Viggo.
and-
Why can't I be
Viggo
Viggo?
Mortensen.
Oh, you
Yeah,
could be
you
Viggo.
can be
Okay, I'll
that's
allow
fine.
it. Yeah.
Fucking Viggo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be second breakfast.
Viggy
Be
Morty.
that guy.
Viggy
Second
Morty.
breakfast.
Oh, that fucking kid. Hope he invested
Fucking
his
love
money.
that.
Both him and that other guy that aren't like Elijah Wood or Sean Astin.
Yeah, one of them was in Lost.
No,
Can't think of
the
their
kid was
names.
in Lost. Yeah.
Fucking lost.
The other one
I never
works-
saw that.
Second breakfast works a lot, and I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff.
But they're HBO's doing a Lord of the Rings series.
I'm in.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
breaking it down. They like
I love
each
fantasy shit
season's
like
gonna
that.
be a
Yeah,
movie.
I mean, you're just into
Harry Potter.
goblins
Movie's gonna be
and
a
fucking
season.
I
creatures
am.
of yore and shit.
I think
Love that
I just want to
shit.
go
It's
home
great
and watch
story.
Secrets of the Nim.
It's just, it truly is like some of the best. It takes such originality and like the Easter eggs and the planning of like intertwining movies and books, like it's just it makes my head explode.
Yeah.
The time and effort it
Get
goes
off
into
the
making,
road.
like
Making
a whole world. They make a whole world out of their brain.
Yeah.
Like people that write stuff like that. Like
Oh,
it
I know.
just it's
I'm
insane.
not. I'm not that level of creative.
And this
Me
is like
either. I
this
wanna
is a long time ago.
There's
like
apparently Tolkien. Yeah, Tolkien.
how
was
lo-
on some
like how
shit.
hard
Like before computers.
this well, and that's
You had to
like
come
there
up
was
with
no
that.
blueprint. Like he
No.
wrote one of
Well,
the
see,
blueprints.
maybe-
There was
yeah.
the hero's journey, which we all know the hero's
Right.
journey, right? Joseph Campbell wrote about the hero's journey. It's
there
like
was no Lord of the Rings before Lord of the Rings.
right, exactly.
And now there are different versions of Lord of the Rings. You got
Totally.
the Harry Potter, and you got
I never
Yep.
read these,
That's
but
so
did you
in
ever
depth.
read?
Game of Thrones and all
You
that
probably
stuff.
read this shit. You probably read those fucking Redwall books growing up. Those like fantasy books about the mice and shit
I
that
never
like
read those.
kingdoms. I never read
No,
them.
I didn't read those.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I do. Yeah. Did
Anyway.
you read the Andromeda books or
No.
the changing shapeshifter books? What's it called?
Oh, the fucking Anamorphous
Anamorphous.
books. Is that what it was? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Like the kids become
The
dolphins and shit.
And each cover is like the kid
Yeah,
doing
I
it
got
something
some
else.
Shitty photos.
I remember seeing those, but I never
Yeah,
read.
at the
I
book
never read
fair.
them.
I always
the book
looked at
fair.
them.
Fair,
That
yeah,
book
They
fair
look
was
so
always
cool.
lit. Book fair was
I always
lit.
went straight for Goosebumps. Just
Goosebumps.
I always
straight
spent so much
Goosebumps.
money on those books at the book fair. I never read a fucking
I
single
never
one.
read
would
any
still
of
do that
those.
today.
I never read any of them. I think I actually still have like a Far Side book that I got like 4th grade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would use the book
Oh,
covers we
Farsight.
got for free for purchasing the books more than I would actually read the books. Use the
But
fucking
the
books.
the event itself was just so
Yeah, it
it
was.
was
Book
just
fair,
you get
the
caught up
fucking
on
you
it.
get those like newspaper handouts of like the books.
Right. Well, see, I think that's like the precursor to what got us for fucking like Columbia House, right? Remember
Yeah.
Columbia House back in the
Oh,
day?
I know.
Like we got
Columbia
fucked
House.
on Columbia House,
I never
man.
did Columbia House.
Spend $50 and you can get one for 99¢.
All right.
But do you remember getting them in the mail?
Oh yeah,
oh.
it's
You guys
exciting.
actually did that.
Oh, yeah.
I did absolutely.
And we my mom made us
Because
stay
where
up on
else
it.
am I
She
going to
knew
get
what
it?
we were
Like
doing.
Barnes and Noble? That was like my only other option in my town.
That
Like,
wasn't
there
even a thing when I was young.
Yeah. Borders. Those were too expensive.
That
and
wasn't
their
a thing
selection
either.
was shit.
I grew up in the 80s and 90s. Like when we finally got Columbia House, it was like, oh shit, there's another place to get music other than the
Columbia.
fucking
The
mall.
library.
11
Yeah.
CDs
You know?
for a penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tape the penny on the order sheet.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, we got like Weird Al, all kinds of shit. That was my brother got his first Tupac CD from Columbia House.
Yeah. I remember getting like, I think mine was like Leonard Skinner or something. My dad was like helping me pick out ones because I was like, what? What
Yeah.
do I order?
Yeah,
And he's
and
like,
meanwhile,
so many
Dad's like-
options. Yeah, he's like, I guess Steely Dan. And
Yeah,
you
exactly.
got Leonard
Fucking
Skinner over
Steely
here.
Dan. Steely Dan. Yeah, I guess I want to listen to Steely
I
Dan.
got like a Gilda Radner live off
Fucking
one of
Steely
those.
Dan.
Gilda Radner live.
Yeah,
There you go.
I think. Yeah, but they had those weird ones like that. Like, or I mean, they were weird to me because I was like, oh, there's like not music that comes on CDs.
Right.
Like you could listen
Sam
to comedy
Kinison. Yeah.
and audiobooks. Oh, once I knew about audiobooks, I was like, it's over for reading for me.
Yeah.
And I have never looked back. I have always.
I'd like to listen to my knowledge.
I do.
Hell
That's
yeah.
like how I can retain it.
Dude, Russell Brand, in his most recent book came out like 3 or 4 years ago. Evolved, I think it was. Great book, fantastic book. But he narrates it himself in the
I love
audiobook.
his voice.
Oh god, it's so good. It is so good to hear him rant his own rants, the written rants, and
No one else could have done it.
Exactly. There's nobody that would do that justice.
like
it is
Gilbert
so well
Gottfried?
done.
Well, it's
couldn't
like
jump
when
in.
That would actually be kind of funny.
Carrie
I would
Fisher.
love that.
It's like no one else can read Carrie Fisher's books. Carrie Fisher can read Carrie Fisher because it's just like such a specific voice.
She does have a great voice. Did have a great voice. Yeah. We watched.
I think Jim Dale's my favorite though. Jim Dale's probably my favorite voice over. Like he did Pushing Daisies. He did all the Harry Potter books.
Okay.
He does.
okay.
He's like a very
Oh,
specific
you
British
actually,
voice.
you have a specific guy.
He is my favorite.
I
If
do
hear
appreciate
his
a British
voice,
narrator.
he could read me anything and I'd retain it.
Yep.
Like he does all the voices.
Well,
and
like
it's
I
great.
wouldn't say the only voiceover person that I'm familiar with is he's dead now, but Dan LaFontaine. He was the trailer guy.
Oh gosh, yeah, he was
Deep
great.
in a world. That
Yep.
guy.
Yep.
That guy was in a bunch of shit. But there was a video on YouTube. It's probably like 15 years old now, but it was literally like all of the voiceover guys sharing a limo on their way to some mock award show.
Yeah.
But it's like the British guy who does all the Disney movies,
Mm-hmm.
the black guy who does all the the smooth romance movies, and then there's Dan LaFontaine who does everything. But yeah, the British guy who does all the Disney movies, because it's all the same voice. It's all the same voice. It's one guy.
Really?
And he looks exactly how you think he is, like a prim and proper.
Is it Stephen Fry? Is that who?
I do not believe so.
He's also a good voiceover there. No, David Attenborough.
I love
Truly,
David
read me
Attenborough.
anything in a Scottish or a British accent, and you already I'll listen to anything you say.
Yep, I do appreciate those accents.
If you yell mean things at me, I'd bask in it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does. Like, it triggers something in my brain that just says, you can relax all your body parts now. Everything's okay.
I had that same with an Australian accent. I always appreciate a good Australian accent.
the only
I know
one
it's
I
not
can't
too far
do.
out from British, and I
though.
apologize for if I offend any Australians, but
It's very
it
different.
is very different. But
It's the only accent I truly can't replicate or even try.
They use words like bloke.
it's just such a cool like
Nard?
soft
Yeah.
but aggressive but still kind of endearing language.
It is, yeah. It's very
Like
soothing.
any language that can throw the C word around at whim and smile while
and not
doing
make
it.
me flinch at all.
Exactly. You're like,
Just
wow.
like, oh, that would be the word you use.
Thanks,
Yes.
Grandma. You
Yes.
know, like that's
Thanks,
okay.
Grandma.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
totally. It's great.
That's why I love watching the Great British Baking Show. All
We
their
just started
voices.
watching
Like,
that.
it's a salve. It really is. Mel and Sue,
Oh my
they're my
gosh,
favorite.
they're so good. I love it.
Got absolutely nothing to add on that.
Do you want to watch
about
a Great
Yeah,
British
dude.
Baking Show?
Yeah,
man?
we could just
You
get,
should, man.
Should I start talking about Sports Center so you guys know how it feels? Fucking assholes. Like, hey, we can just alienate. We can talk about,
Sorry.
Oh, I don't care.
Talk
I
about
think it's
Clint
funny.
Eastwood. So talk about Clint Eastwood some more. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
We can talk about Sports Center, bud. I know the
Bud,
Seahawks.
that's so bad. Fuck. So rude.
Come on, sport.
Hey, come on, buddy. You want to
I
tap
know
my
Russell
knee?
Wilson did pretty good this week or whenever they played their game last, they won. That's a sports thing. I know.
Yeah, they had a solid match.
They almost got the snitch in the Quidditch Cup.
Ah, Nimbus 2000.
No.
All goes back to the fucking Quidditch.
Oh, it always does, man.
I do want to go to a Krakens game though. I'm excited they exist.
Yeah, I'm excited to have NHL hockey. I just
Yeah.
don't know. I just don't know if I like it. So we'll see.
I want it to be.
It's amusing. Like I didn't mind going to games in person.
No, I mean,
any
I bought a
sports
fucking
team-
sweater, bought a jersey, so
there
I've got
you
to
go.
at least
Logo's pretty
legitimize that. I've got to
Yeah.
legitimize that purchase.
Did
I
you
feel
have
like-
do you have a name on the back or is it
No,
just, like,
because I
generic?
don't know the team, and
Yeah.
I've been, it's like,
I don't want to commit.
no, fuck no. Oh, actually,
I'm an open agent now.
Well, so with the Mariners, I bought a jersey and I waited for the guy to sign a contract before he before I got the jersey. I signed a contract. He signs a contract, 4-year contract with a no trade clause. Decides he hates the Mariners and gets traded within 2 months after I buy this fucking jersey.
But doesn't it make it like a collector's item now?
No, because apparently he was by all accounts an asshole.
Aw.
Didn't know that at the time. It's like
Right.
buying a fucking jersey that says asshole on it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't wear sports jerseys.
Oh, that's why.
That's why. That's
That's
exactly
that.
why.
That's
Yes,
why.
yes, I don't
That's
wanna-
why. Otherwise, you'd be wearing a Reggie White jersey right now.
Reggie White. More of a Deion Sanders guy.
No, I mean it was gonna
Yeah.
have to be something from the late '80s, early
Yep,
'90s.
yeah,
It wasn't gonna
definitely.
be. It wasn't gonna be Russell
I'll
Wilson.
go deeper. I'll go Haywood Jeffries.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
That's he
Haywood
played for the
Jeffries.
Oilers back
Yeah,
in the day.
that
He
team
was
doesn't
the
even
Oilers.
exist
It doesn't
anymore.
exist. Exactly.
Haywood Jeffries, Warren
Haywood
Moon.
Jeffries. Yes,
Warren
exactly
Moon.
the same era. Yes, Warren Moon era.
Warren Moon went to UW,
Yep.
and that was before he got multiple DUIs in Seattle. Sorry, Warren. Putting you on blast.
Yeah.
Hire a fucking driver.
Yeah. He
You
came into
got money,
He's
buddy.
done for sure.
one of the bars I worked at one time.
Oh, I've seen him out. He
yeah,
still goes
he's
out.
a
and
good
shit.
guy.
No, he's not a bad person. It's just bad decisions, man.
Oh yeah, totally. I got 2 DUIs. Yeah, shit happens, man.
And not excusing you, I'm gonna guess. Warren Moon might have the ability to pay for a driver easier than you would.
I would imagine. Yeah.
Don't know.
I
Don't know.
No, yeah, I don't have Uber driver on regular. Sitting outside
Say,
my
man,
house.
that'd be the first. Well, I don't drink anymore, but if I was a drinker, that'd be the first expense. Be like, hey, dude, you feel like Snoop has a guy who lives with him, who rolls blunts.
Yeah, it makes $50,000 a year.
Yeah, just rolls blunts for him.
That's great. I could do that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, you
It's
should,
money well spent.
should go do that job, dude.
I would be good at that.
Yeah, you
Actually,
would-
so
I would
okay.
be- he looks at me.
How
I
do
would
I
be good at
manifest
that.
that job for myself?
I actually used to do that, but not for anybody. I used to do it for myself. Like back in the day when I was on the come up, we used to do like 1 for 5, 3 for 10.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
So you would get an ounce, roll some blunts, sell
Truly,
them,
I'm the kind of person that would pay for it because I'm just like, I can't do it.
Totally.
And if someone can do it for a couple of bucks, no problem.
Exactly. And that's, we just slang that for a little bit, made some more money, stuff like that. So I used to do that. I'm really good at rolling blunts.
You should start that up again now.
I should fucking, how do I apply?
Yeah, I tell you, man. I mean,
I feel like his weekend
especially
guy, start small.
the 20 legal states, I tell you.
Yeah.
Really need someone.
Market's dry now.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't.
Do people still sell weed now? Like
so
in this area? Like I thought about that.
Yeah, I get mine from a person.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't click on this, but I saw this on Reddit. California suspended their marijuana tax to help compete with the drug dealers. I'm dead. I didn't click on the link.
It's just expanding. It's like work from home, It's like the same idea. Like the big corporations now have weed, and some guys are just like, hey, man, I just want to work from home. So you come to me.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. It's an entrepreneur now.
Well, and I still appreciate just like having a person.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong,
like,
I love the experience of going to a weed shop.
Yeah, what makes you go to a person rather than a dispensary?
Well, it's like way cheaper.
Is it?
Way cheaper. But I also like the person that I get this stuff from. He also is a grower for a bigger place, so his skills are on top.
Right.
Right, and so like I know he knows what he's doing. Everything I get is
You're just
fantastic.
cutting out the middleman.
Cutting out the middleman. Yeah, exactly.
That's smart.
It's all
That's
good.
Smart.
Helping him, he helps me.
Yeah,
it's the thing.
I've definitely given a lot of money to dispensaries.
But I also love the fact that I could just go to the dispensary.
I can't believe we
pick
live
us
in that world now. I remember. Do you remember when they first started talking about it? Like I was like, "There's no
fucking way.
There's
like
no
not in my
way.
lifetime. There's no way."
And the fact that people are still in prison for it is just like insane.
Yeah,
because it's like a K. Like I just walk down to a Circle K and get a joint. Like literally down the block, I can get a soda and a joint.
I appreciate the use of Circle K, a chain we haven't had around here in fucking 20 years. But I appreciate
that's what it feels like. They're on every corner, and it's just like, oh, there's a new Circle K.
Did you get those down south?
No.
They should start selling food like Circle K if they're smart. I wonder. There's probably a law against it, but.
Well, so here's the thing with that, right?
Circle K should start selling joints.
We right, and I don't think we're too far off from that.
Because you can buy liquor.
Exactly.
In some states, you can.
So when I was down in Texas this last couple weeks ago, we have adjacent counties, right? So there's Montgomery County and Harris County. Harris County is where Houston's at. Montgomery County is where my mom's at, and Conroe. In Harris County, they've decriminalized weed. Do whatever you want, right? It's not legal yet, but they decriminalized it. Montgomery County, if you get caught with a vape pen,
that's insane.
It's like getting caught with crack.
It's insane.
And they will put you in jail for like 60 days minimum.
It's like stuff like this. Like I just.
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
That's not even the most backwards ass shit they're doing in Texas right now.
Especially with shit like that.
That's like the
on one side of the street, I can
fourth
have
most
my rights
stupid
as a
thing
woman.
Texas is doing right now.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
It's so ignorant.
Like I know states' rights, but like states' rights is so like crazy to me. Like we all should be on the same page about some stuff.
The states' rights thing. Coming from a guy who studied history, and everyone's like, Civil War wasn't about slavery. It was about states' rights. I'm like, cool, let's unpack that. The state's right to have slaves. That's all it is.
Right, exactly.
It's not...
So technically, we're both right.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
So, okay.
And if that's what the state wanted to be right, then clearly they needed to be
it's
stopped.
Just like if I just drive my car, like borders are crazy to me, countries are crazy to me. Because if you think about it, like if I just drive my car a little bit, depending on how long I drive my car, like I have to do different stuff.
Oh, you could be like a sovereign citizen. Do you know about those?
No.
There's people that are like, I'll need to like Google this shit, but you could like be like, I don't
claim any country.
I am a fucking sovereign citizen of fucking Earth.
Gotcha.
So you pull me over, copper, and I don't fucking listen to you, and then he has to get a supervisor, and then they get a supervisor, and then you end up at the police station anyway.
Like, that just doesn't seem like it would. I feel like that would make my life harder. Doing something like
citizen,
that.
Man.
But it's when I start thinking about like stuff like that in space, like sometimes I just think too hard about it, and it just stops making sense.
Yeah. I know there's like those blue sky ideas of like when
we're all one
borders,
on the same
planet,
but we're all on the
away.
same boat.
Exactly,
like,
we are all,
understand.
and if we can have different cultures, we can have different understandings and ideas, but there's just this basic humanity that I mean, yes, there's small percentages of any population that are going to have some kind of like just disjointed look at the world, whether they're, it's a mental disorder or something, or they've just been through whatever we would consider a ringer to be, disenfranchised or disenchanted so much to have no points of return, right? There are percentages, but I think for the most part, the large percentage of the populace can agree just on basic, like, human rights and things like that, right? So, like, it won't be in our lifetime, but hopefully we're working towards where we can have no borders and we can just be free to go wherever the fuck, and not have to worry about
my life
this
depends
shit.
on me carrying around a certain type of paper,
right,
with numbers on it. Like that's insane to
now,
me.
Now, not to get on that "don't tread on me" shit, but it's like now we literally have to prove vaccination where we are King County and whatnot.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But it is weird. Like I have to carry around 2 pieces of paper all the time, which I'm happy to do.
Should be a sovereign citizen, man.
Or like a social security card. And my birth certificate, I stress about that all the time.
Like
what happens if I lose it? Like your whole
Social security
life's
card
over.
is the most flimsy
Insane.
piece of shit fucking thing that I could make on like Microsoft Paint
Yeah,
back in '92.
it's the tiniest little thing, and
like
you got to keep it on you all the time.
I don't keep mine on me.
being a human's weird sometimes.
It is. It really is. And then traveling recently, like all the different things we have to do when we travel, and now there's like, if you just sign up so everybody has to wait in line to go through this security thing, right?
Yeah.
But if you sign up for this thing, you're going to be able to jump this line and not have to go through as much security.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
like
so
if
like,
you pay more money, you can jump in front of all these people.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
classist.
That that
totally.
shit has always blown my mind too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's
I
not
totally-
security then.
Exactly.
I totally have it.
Like, what are you doing
so
to us?
so I guess the wraparound is someone who just signed up for this is I had to go somewhere and fucking get fingerprinted. Like that's not not nothing.
Right.
That's not nothing. Because
For
I
my
literally
enhanced
gave
passport.
my fingerprints to the government. I have never fucking done that before.
I had to do that for an insurance job.
Oh, you never been, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, my record's good. My record's
right,
good.
yeah.
But literally that was a thing was like go there and get your shit scanned. So it's like I mean, the whole Big Brother thing, it's like we all have iPhones.
But there's
that's
something
it.
like you don't have to take
exactly.
off your
I'm not
shoes.
concerned about that.
Like,
I don't have to
even
do any of that shit.
So like you could have a clean record and just have like a really bad day, like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Their records are like, oh, they're clean until
Like
they
that
did
movie
this thing.
Falling Down. Michael Douglas was forced to do some
Great fucking
extraordinary
movie,
things.
man.
Did you see Falling Down, right?
No.
Oh my
Falling
God.
Down with Michael Douglas, like one of the best movies ever.
Short sleeve, white button-up shirt.
It's a man.
fucking
Romancing the
glasses.
Stone era.
A man
Michael
gets
Douglas?
in the traffic jam and goes for a walk.
He goes bonkers.
That's the movie.
What?
Man gets
Okay,
in the
it's called
traffic
Falling
jam,
Down?
leaves his car,
Bonkers.
goes for a walk.
Okay.
Dude,
Actually, he's going home. He's walking home.
he's trying to get home.
He's trying to get home.
He fucks so much shit up.
So good.
Goddamn.
Oh,
I
those
never.
movies stress me out. Where
Falling
they just make
Down is
bad
so
decision
good.
after bad
Oh yeah, no,
decision.
and you could like the
Decision,
foreshadowing
totally,
is so
Just
bad.
make a
Like you'll
better
see him
choice.
walk by some people, and it's like they're not gonna leave him alone.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Dude, Michael Douglas's bad day has just gotten worse. It's like these guys
You're
should have
forcing
left
his hand.
him alone.
Forcing his
Just
hand.
leave Michael alone.
Yeah.
You should see that movie. That's
I
a
will.
fucking great movie.
I'm
Yeah.
like jonesing for new movies.
Oh,
that I
Falling
haven't
Down
seen.
is epic.
Especially like sometimes I just feel like a 90s movie. Like I don't
I love
you
good
know what I'm
90s
saying? Like
movies.
there's just a certain type of like 90s action movie where like sometimes I just want to watch another Stakeout.
I got a
That's a
fucking
great
Richard
movie.
Dreyfuss. I gotta show you the movie
You know,
cover.
oh my god, that movie is
Have you seen
ridiculous.
Down Periscope?
Yeah, like all those
I
stupid
love that fucking
yeah.
movie, man.
Like
So-
again, if you don't have the nostalgia, they don't hold
This
up.
is the movie cover of Falling Down.
I've seen that before. Okay. Okay.
Fucking
I've
Michael.
seen
Dude.
that cover
so
and I've
good.
never picked
Oh,
that.
dude, it's so good.
All right. Well,
There's a movie my brother just turned me on to, and it's an old '80s Robin Williams, Walter Matthau movie called The Survivor. It's
Oh.
really fucking good.
okay.
Yeah, Walter Matthau. So Robin Williams plays this like
Dennis the Menace.
yeah, exactly right. And grumpy
His
old
best
man.
role.
I fucking love it. And Robin
shit.
Williams plays like this city guy
I
that
don't know you.
gets just basically fed up with the city and goes and tries to be a survivalist and pays this guy a bunch of money to go live out in the woods and fucking
in.
like. But it is really fucking funny. Like
Okay.
early Robin Williams, like Mork and Mindy Robin Williams.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, Nanu.
Nanu, man.
Fucking
Oh,
Nanu,
Nanu,
bro.
Nanu.
Nanu. I love Mork and Mindy, man. I
Oh.
loved Robin Williams.
Yeah.
God, he was a good one.
Falling Down. I need to rewatch that one.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that one. That's a good one, though. So did you guys want to talk about music?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, hey,
Music.
tangent of the week. I mean, unless we're going to make this a fucking quad stack episode. Shit's like 40 minutes long.
All right, music, go. You got 30 seconds.
I apparently, according to Spotify, listen to a fuckload of rock music, but I didn't need to pay them $12.99 a month for them to tell me that. I do like East Coast hip hop. I knew that, but I did not know that. Did not know that I thematically liked East Coast hip hop over the last year.
Well, sometimes you hear stuff a different way when you know what I'm saying? Like maybe you just weren't ready to hear it, and now you like really feel it.
That is a very good definition of East Coast hip hop, and I feel that a lot because it's so lyrical. Yes. Yeah, God.
You can't appreciate it when you're 16.
Yep. And not to take anything away from West Coast hip hop, but
not.
The lyrics and just like the wordplay,
you just can't fucking handle Craig Mack.
Biggie songs hit
You just can't listen to Craig Mack at the age of 15.
Yeah.
Fucking Craig Mack, yeah. Was he East Coast? He was East Coast.
Yeah, he's East Coast.
Craig Mack.
Bad Boy. He was supposed to come out first on Bad Boy and then fucking...
Flavor in your ear, flavor in your ear.
Flavor in your ear was supposed to be the big thing. And then they put all the money towards Biggie.
Flavor in your ear.
Yep. That kind of squashed him. Fucked him up for a while.
Craig Mack.
Yeah. So East Coast hip hop, anything in particular?
No, but I mean honestly, if I know it's just because I started like finally dipping my toe into Wu-Tang. That'll fucking that's Well, I avoided that because all that shit, all that guest starring makes it basically what was confusing about No Limits albums in the mid '90s is even worse with Wu-Tang.
Dude, there's so much talent though in those Wu-Tang albums, from the beats to the fucking. And you gotta understand too, like when Wu-Tang came out, people weren't rhyming like Wu-Tang.
No.
Like there wasn't a lot of people that were that lyrical and that metaphoric. It still had a lot of that Run DMC kind of cadence, Like there was, like Nas was starting to come out, Outkast was starting to come out. But it really wasn't that prevalent at that point in time.
No, they like truly carved a new mold.
Yeah.
And I think there are a lot of rappers that do that, but I feel like they did it in such an original way, and like even how they structured their group and how they composed their albums and their lyrics, like it's otherworldly. And then like watching the TV show about everything.
That's what I was about to ask you if you would watch the show. God, it's so fucking good.
They are just incredibly talented human beings, just all around talented.
So fucking good. Yeah, Wu-Tang, man. So a friend of mine back in the probably '96, a friend of mine, Jason Bundage, exposed me to Wu-Tang. He was my like East Coast hip hop guy. Yeah. And just put me on to so many, just like Tribe Called Quest, Wu-Tang, like all these early De La Soul, all these groups. And just a little young 16-year-old white kid Adam was like, what in the fuck is this?
Do you remember stressing out when they didn't have the lyrics on the albums?
Oh, yes.
And you just like sat there rocking back and forth in the dark, just being like, okay, pause, start, pause, start.
So you unfurrow that fucking 9-folded cassette tape thing.
Yes. And
totally, man.
And when it was just pictures, I'd be like, God damn it! Who doesn't put their lyrics?
It was back when we used to buy physical media.
Yeah, now I can just Google lyrics to any fucking song.
On the little books.
Yeah, there's so much album art, There was like a whole like counterculture to it, And then remember secret songs on CDs where you would like skip ahead and then skip back, and then there would be like a song in between. There was some like weird like mastering shit they used to do back then.
And then Beyonce dropped the digital album and changed the game.
Yeah, she did. Fucking Bey doing it. I think so for me, I didn't look at genres, but I could tell like just the most influential music in me right now was Run the Jewels. Fucking goddamn. Yeah. Love Run the Jewels. A lot of Anderson .Paak stuff. So his stuff he's doing with Bruno Mars and Soul Sonic and Bootsy Collins is really fucking good. And I think that's, those are my big ones. Glass Animals is also a big one for me, but that's not a new thing. That just was really like high on my list this year. Yeah. A lot of Glass Animals. They did put out a new album, I think called Dreamland, which was dope as shit.
Have you listened to Earth Gang?
Earth Gang? I don't think
you
so.
would love them. They're they're a duo, and they are, I mean, incredible musicians, lyricists, and everything. But they're like very spiritual.
Okay,
and so they're both
cool.
Like they got your vibe.
Yeah.
And they're, I feel like you would dig them.
Dope.
Yeah.
What are they called again?
Earth Gang.
Earth Gang. Got it. Have you heard of FKJ?
No.
Oh man, this dude FKJ is dope. He does some lyrical stuff with other people, but mainly he's like one of those guys that uses those loopers, right? So he'll walk over, create a beat, hit the loop on it, then walk over, pick up a bass, play a bass line,
Like you can
walk
create
over.
a whole album from your room now.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
Watching him do it on YouTube, like he has got some
Incredible.
concerts, watching him do it and just compose this song as he walks around all these like 20 some odd different instruments that he just fucking knows how to play.
It's like everything Judd isn't.
Right, exactly. Judd.
Like, could you imagine,
Judd.
the NWAs and the Wu-Tangs if they had access to this kind of technology?
Right.
Like, the stuff people are making that are, they are not on a label, they're releasing it independently, and it sounds like it is produced by a label.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love that we're going to get, like, just a huge, like, Doja Cat. Like, she just was like a SoundCloud kid.
Oh my
Right.
god!
You know, like,
Totally,
but she's just always been talented.
Can we pump the brakes on Doja Cat?
I love Doja Cat.
Moo?
'Cause she's
Moo?
Everybody's got a thing, man.
She's just a very original. She's just very original.
I will
love
give her props on the Old MacDonald had a farm.
I love funny, punny lyrics, and she's got a shit ton of that, and she talks about her pussy all the time. It's great. It's empowering.
I don't know if I've ever actually heard a song by Doja Cat.
Moo.
Planet Her. It's her
Moo.
new album.
Okay.
Pretty much every song
Did it have
on there is
Moo on
pretty
it?
safe. That one, I don't know that song.
You don't know Moo
No.
by Doja Cat? Oh, this will change your life when we play this for you. It'll make a lot of sense why I have a less than favorable opinion about Doja Cat after we listen to Moo.
Okay.
All right.
She's just funny, and she's
Oh, the
like
music
kind of
video
a
is
weirdo.
pretty interesting too. Like a bunch of phallic imagery and then big like breasts and stuff.
No.
It's interesting. Yeah, Moo. Yeah, this is gonna blow you away. It's like that Scott Stapp song.
Oh, Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
The one about the baseball.
Fucking
Yeah, it's so
baseball,
good.
Scott Stapp. What about you? What did you listen to this year?
I revisited a lot of like 90s.
Fast car.
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot of 90s, just across the board 90s. But then I've also like, I don't like country music, but 90s country music, female artists.
Soft spot in my heart for that.
Yeah, like
Trisha Yearwood,
yeah,
like Reba McEntire.
like Jodie Messina.
Oh, good for
and,
you. That's a
Like,
good
you know,
one.
like
Yeah.
deep cuts. I don't know why I know as many as I do, but like when I opened the floodgates and I just like kind of threw on a Jodie Messina because I was like, I haven't heard this song since I was like in 4th grade, and then just opened a huge can of worms of like Faith Hill's Everywhere and
Oh, yeah.
Shania Twain's, and it just like forgetting that I know all these songs. So I've listened to a lot of that recently. Also like Joni Mitchell and like 90s Alanis Morissette, probably with Jagged Little Pill. I've like
Any
re-listened to.
Amy Grant or
Amy Grant Christmas album is
that's a
one
classic.
I still play. It is lodged in my brain as like an essential part of Christmas.
I thought you guys would always be about more with Kenny G's album Wishes. It was
I started
Oh,
playing
yeah, good for
saxophone
you.
because Kenny G. I thought
because
was
of Wishes.
cool.
Because of Wishes, you're like, oh my god, dude! When he plays Rudolph on that fucking bass clarinet or whatever the fuck he's doing.
It's a soprano.
It's
First
a
of
soprano.
all,
See, there you
soprano
go.
sax.
You know, Kenny G used to live in Medina and like downtown Bellevue and stuff, and he actually moved back to LA because he was sick of getting recognized.
Oh yeah.
Mike, well, hey,
I don't
buddy.
know how he lives in the world. He's
fair,
so
fair.
recognizable.
Yeah. Hey, I got a life hack for you, Kenny G. Cut your fucking curly hair. Nobody's
Never.
gonna
Don't
gonna
listen.
bother you. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna bother
It is
you.
a luscious mane. I
It's
would
like-
never want him
Oh
to
no,
cut
it's
that hair.
beautiful, but that's not the fucking point. I'm saying like if you want anonymity, dude.
Well, I shouldn't have to cut my hair. I'm speaking as Kenny G.
Yeah.
I should
I shouldn't have
imagine.
to cut my hair just to live my life. I like my hair.
Fucking
Yeah,
just
that's right.
Kenny G.
I legit thought he was cool.
like a
And then I was
clarinet
like,
solo.
oh, I'll play saxophone like this cool guy.
Yeah.
And I did.
Do you still play sax?
I mean, I have it's broken now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
think
octave key's broken, but I played it all the way through college.
All right.
Remember
Yeah.
that Simpsons? It's not my fault. It's the reed. Oh yes, it's the reed.
I don't remember that one. My Simpsons remembrance of saxophone is Homer missing Lisa because she did something and he picked up her saxophone.
Saxophone.
Yeah, he goes, saxophone. And I love that.
Yeah.
That's like a familial joke. We'll do that all the time.
My sister used to say that to me all the time. Because I used to carry it on a luggage cart because I hated carrying it. It was too heavy. I had played like tenor sax. And so I put it in a luggage cart.
That's a big one.
And I'd roll it. Saxophone.
Leading comes Murphy, I want to give you my saxophone. This isn't a saxophone, it's an umbrella. You mean I've been playing an umbrella for the last 35 years? We all thought it was funny. The blind guy.
We all thought it was funny.
Fucking bleeding gums Murphy. Good for you. Oh, man.
This isn't a saxophone.
Well, yeah, so I think is got to wrap all this up, you know.
Long live the 90s.
Yeah, long live the 90s. I love that. All right, cool. Well,
bye, guys.
We'll see you next week.